In my session, I thought I'll just zoom out a little bit and give you an overview on Zoho, the platform. So let's zoom out a little bit and provide a broader idea on what we are doing with Zoho. I mean, we call ourselves the operating system for business, but what does that really mean? That means you can run an entire business on the suite of applications that we offer. It's the underlying fabric over which your entire business can run. That means right from registering a domain to hosting a website to marketing your business through channels, social media or whatever, and then gaining prospects, selling to those prospects, converting your leads into deals, and then doing the back-end stuff like accounting and taking care of the inventory and collaboration, productivity, communication. There are a ton of tools. There are about 40 plus tools that we offer. And if you're running entire business over a period of time, it's highly likely that you will use a ton of those applications. You will need a ton of those applications for your business to really run efficiently. And we offer about 40 different applications as part of Zoho.com. And Zoho.com certainly is the operating system for Zoho. And for those of you who are not familiar with Zoho, we've been around 22 years with close to 5,500 employees now. We do business in around 200 countries. We have about 35 million users. So with 40 plus applications, the entire business runs on Zoho. Across time zones, across currencies, across languages, everything runs on Zoho. And the operating system itself is now evolving into a platform. And I'm going to touch a little bit on what we are doing when the platform itself is being developed and how we are evolving into that. So a good way to look at it is, what does it mean to evolve into a platform? As Sridhar mentioned, it's programmability of individual applications. So some of it could mean, say, ability to customize the applications. So because your business is unique and you may want to customize the pieces of software for your business. In some cases, the software may not have all the things that you need by default. So you may want to extend the capability of the software. So that would be the next one. And then the software has to integrate with some of the other applications that you may already use. It could be Zoho applications, it could be third-party applications, but it should integrate well with other applications that you already have in your business. So we're really talking about customizability, extendability, and integratability of each of these applications. And some of it may mean, ability to program each of these pieces. And if you look at the operating system itself, if the operating system has to evolve into a platform, the individual pieces of software that make up the operating system should support this model, should be customizable, should be extendable, and should also be integratable. And that is where we are heading there. And some of the applications are already there. And in some cases, I want to take some examples, some pieces here and there, and show you what we are doing in each of those applications. Let's pick our popular product, CRM. CRM can be customized. CRM can be extended and integrated. If you look at the customization aspect of CRM, then we are looking, here is a sample example of CRM. The top band is customized, but more importantly, the data that you see here can be customizable. Recently, we introduced something called Canvas, where you can customize how the content inside your application can look. By changing a few settings here and there, you can create your own layout of each of the records and how that has to be displayed. So if we have made the software really customizable. And of course, it can be extendable as well. And here's another example in the context of real estate, where some of the content that you see here is pulled automatically from Zillow and displayed inside your CRM system. In this case, we are talking about a widget, a Zillow widget, embedded inside your CRM system, and that is possible today. So with the concept of widgets, well, you can extend the functionality, the default functionality of CRM based on your context, your business, because that context is extremely important. And then, of course, the integration is the third part, where you can bring in third-party applications and integrate them right within Zoho CRM. And there are a ton of other integrations that are possible. There are different ways to integrate these pieces, but CRM itself is integratable. So whether you're pushing information from CRM to third party, or third party to CRM, or even within the Zoho ecosystem. So the point here is applications like CRM can be extended, can be customized, and can be integrated. In fact, we combined all these three things and we took it a couple of steps further and say you can also verticalize it. What do I mean by that? You can customize something like Zoho CRM for, let's say, your real estate vertical, or a construction vertical, or a manufacturing vertical. And you can customize it, add your own fields, add your own components, add your own modules to it. You can bring in third-party widgets in there, like the Zillow widget that I mentioned about, and integrate all of these pieces with the relevant applications. Like maybe if you're building a real estate CRM, you can directly integrate with maybe Zillow, maybe other MLS systems, and now you have a complete CRM for that vertical. It could be a real estate vertical. And what if you can take that entire thing and you sell it to your customers as your product with your logo slapped on to it and with your own price tag? And that is possible today with Zoho CRM. So now suddenly the engineering that we have done, well, we become your engineering department. So now you can directly package whatever work you've done on Zoho CRM, and you can directly sell it to your customers as your product. We have tens of such partners who have done it. We have several partners in the one or two partners in the insurance industry selling insurance CRM to insurance agents in Australia. Similarly, we have another partner selling in real estate industry, another one in finance. There is a solar CRM, primarily targeted to the solar industry. That is now possible with CRM. And again, it goes back to programmability of the CRM itself. And Sridhar briefly talked about Click. This is another application where it can be extended and integrated. So Sridhar was talking about the mobile application and the expense bot, which can be extended. So our expense team took Click and they created a simple bot where now you can directly upload a receipt to the Click channel. At the back end, it automatically parses the data from the receipt and adds it as an expense record in the Zoho expense system. And the interface that you see here is customized. The trips, the upload receipt, all the buttons that you see here are completely customized. So you can extend the default capability of, say, in this case, a chat system, and make it do whatever you would like it to do if it fits the context well. Similarly, you can also integrate with third parties too. Let's say somebody sends you a message. You want to send or shares a file through Click. You want to save that document to a third-party storage system. It could be Dropbox. It could be Google Drive. Well, you quickly build an integration and enable it. So once you right-click on that particular or click on additional options on that particular image, then these additional options like saving it to Google Drive will show up. Or you may be using Evernote. Well, select the note, select the text, and then add it to Evernote if you enable that integration. Such integrations can easily be enabled and programmed using the platform. That's a second example of a programmable application, individual application. Let's look at another one, Zoho Desk. Zoho Desk is not as extensible today as our CRM. That's changing. And we are bringing the widgets concept to desk. If you see the right panel, this is completely new. Desk is our support ticketing support system, and it has widgets for, say, CRM. It has widgets for calendar, widgets for Evernote, and you can build your own widget for desk now. And similar to the widgets that you have in CRM, you will now be able to extend desk with these additional widgets as well. And you can also integrate desk with third-party applications. So on the main option, on the top, we are bringing in additional options where you can add your own integrations and bring it contextually within the desk application. And you will notice that when you open a ticket inside desk, what do you really want to do with that particular ticket? You may want to call that customer through, let's say, Skype. Well, that will now be possible through desk with some of these desk integrations, and you can bring in relevant data from third-party applications as well, contextually within desk. So desk itself is being programmable, and this is something that we are announcing new here. So if you're interested in that, please talk to us. We would love to enable some of these features there. So desk is basically can also be verticalized. So if you're interested in customizing desk for that insurance industry or real estate industry or any specific industry that you do, and if you want to resell desk as your own product, well, that will now be possible with the next update that we are going to do. So desk is now programmable. Another example, Zoho projects. Whatever we have done with CRM, whatever we are doing with desk, we are bringing that to a project management application as well. Zoho projects is also going to be extendable, which means in this case, let's say you have someone filing a support, someone raising an issue in projects. You have a task there, and you want to add that task as a ticket system in a third party, like maybe a Zendesk, you'll be able to do that. So just like desk or CRM, you'll be able to extend Zoho projects, and you'll also be able to integrate Zoho projects with third party. You could be, one of the field people out there maybe doing home inspection, and you may want to see how things are going. And you may want to capture some imperfections through a mobile app and upload that as a task so that the construction team can take care of it. Well, you can directly capture it, add it to the system, and maybe you may want to add it to Google Drive. Well, so the Google Drive integration will automatically enable or let you do that. So these are all third-party integrations that we are bringing, and more importantly, desk itself is being extendable and is becoming programmable. Same for Zoho Mail. Whatever we are doing in others, Zoho Mail is going the same direction, where on the right side you're going to see the same extended panel. When you receive an email from a customer, click on that particular email, you will see the contextual information pulled about that particular sender, pulled from CRM, and it will show on the right. Similarly, if that particular contact doesn't exist in CRM, then you can add that particular contact to CRM in the context. So it's a widget that is available, that is going to be available in Zoho Mail. And same thing, other integrations. It could be Zomato integration, it could be Yelp integration that you may want to contextually show up right next to your email. It could be a map information that you may want to just drag the location and drop it to your email. So the point here is mail is being programmable. But here we're talking about various applications, but you get the idea. We're talking about programmability of individual applications and ability to customize these applications, integrate these applications, and also extend these applications. And that is what I mean by programmability of the platform. When these individual applications are programmable themselves, then that automatically is inherited by the platform, the operating system, and that is what we are offering with Zoho One. But how do we extend the operating system as well? How do we integrate the operating system as well. Well, that is where some of the applications like Creator comes in. Because certainly we offer 40 different applications, but because every business is unique, you need some unique applications for your business. Just like Sridhar mentioned, we have a ton of applications, about 25 applications that are very critical for our business, and these are the applications that we created using Zoho Creator. And on top of the 40 applications, as Sridhar mentioned, there are thousands of other applications that we have created using Zoho Creator to fit our own needs. And this is extended using Zoho Creator. And what if you want to extend these applications further? Because it's not just creating these individual applications, they have to integrate within Creator and also with third party. And that's where Zoho Flow comes in. You can integrate the operating system with third-party applications. The operating system itself is pre-integrated for the most part across these. You can use Flow to integrate some of these things, but if you want to integrate the operating system itself with some of the third-party applications, that is enabled by Zoho Flow. And Zoho Flow lets you do beautiful things without really doing a lot of work in terms of integration. And we'll have a session tomorrow about this. But I want to paint a higher level picture here to see where each of these pieces fit in, because just like individual applications can now be extended and integrated, the entire operating system can be extended and integrated with Zoho Creator and Flow. So to enable this, to really make it easy for you to develop on top of the operating system, you're taking it one step further. Because if you look at these individual applications, they have their own database, they have their own storage. And you have to, but these applications have to seamlessly work with each other. To enable that, we are introducing something called Unified Virtual Database. What is a Unified Virtual Database? When you create an application, well, it comes with its own database. Right? Each app has its own database. And when you have multiple applications, you have multiple databases, and by default, that means the data is siloed. So they don't talk to each other by default. And that is the case with, when it comes to integration, you have to manually integrate these applications. And that is the case with Creator 2, where you have to integrate these Creator applications. But with Creator 5, we changed things where we introduced this unified virtual database. What it means is there is a layer that is added in front of these individual things so that you can seamlessly refer the data from the other applications within your current applications. So imagine this being a unified database. You could have 100 different applications on Creator, but ability to reference each and other or reference data from other applications can be really powerful, and that's what we are doing. In fact, instead of just restricting it to Creator applications, we have extended that to some of the Zoho applications as well. So for now, we have extended that to CRM, we have extended that to Books, Recruit, and we are adding a lot of other applications as well. Suddenly, the entire operating system will feel like one virtual database. We are even taking one step further by integrating some third-party cloud vendors as well. We already integrated with QuickBooks, we already integrated with Salesforce. So now within Creator, you can directly create an application pulling the data from Salesforce or QuickBooks or CRM. And the goal here really is to create a virtual database one virtual database for all the applications within Zoho. So you can build custom apps on top of these virtual database. And as for now, we have a few Zoho applications, but the plan is to extend it for the entire operating system. And we'll also add in some third-party applications as well. And once you have this virtual database, you'll be able to create some beautiful applications without putting a lot of effort in there. And let's look at an example. Let's look at Zia. Zia, for those of you not familiar, Zia stands for Zoho's Intelligent Assistant. This is our AI engine at the back. And it's a virtual assistant that analyzes a lot of data, a lot of patterns behind the scenes across the operating system and provides you some interesting suggestions. And Zia can provide information contextually within the application. For example, Zia can sort the leads based on the based on the importance. And that importance will be determined by the activity of a lead across your site. Or you can interact with Zia through chat, or you can interact with Zia through voice. So for those of you using CRM, for some people we enable Zia voice, where you press the Zia button and talk to Zia. Say, hey Zia, how's my revenue this month? And Zia will respond, maybe even push a chart to you saying, this is the revenue for the month. And all of that is available today. So there are various ways to interact with Zia. Zia can work in the background, Zia can work through chat interface, and Zia can work through voice as well. And what if you can program Zia? Programmable AI is what Zia is now. So what we are doing is when you have a single virtual database, you can ask things like this, where, hey Zia, how many visitors do I have on my website now? It's a pretty straightforward one if the response is, say, you have 5,000 visitors on my website. But when you have a unified database that connects every single application, and Zia can respond in some interesting ways. What if Zia says, hey, you have 5,000 visitors on your website, of which 200 of them are your existing customers? Is that possible? Absolutely. Because Sales IQ provides that information on number of visitors you have on your website. You correlate that with the number of customers you have in the CRM system and automatically show that information and provide the response instantly. Something like that is only possible when you have a unified operating system where individual pieces are pre-integrated by default. And you can make some interesting things too. Maybe you can have Zia say, hey, you have 5,000 visitors, of which 200 of them are your customers, and 5 of them have a pending invoice. If you manage to connect it to the accounting system by default, and then you can say, hey, do you want me to send out a reminder email to all those? Because at the back end, you can use Zoho campaigns to send out a reminder email, or maybe even through Zoho, maybe MailChimp or third party, thanks to the Flow integration. You see the power of an integrated system here. That cannot be possible when you have a simple AI engine that works primarily on a siloed database. In this case, you have 40 different applications seamlessly talking to each other, and that is what enables something like this. And in fact, you can also have, hey, Zia, what is my revenue per employee? Getting revenue information is pretty straightforward. You can get that either from your accounting system, probably from your CRM system, but the employee data can be obtained from, let's say, from your people system, Zoho People, and then doing that simple calculation, something like that is possible. But here the assumption is these two systems talk to each other and the data is available, and you can pull that information seamlessly across the system. And then you can also say, hey Zia, what is the revenue trend of this employee? And in that case, you're talking about the historical information, what has been the revenue per employee in 2016, 17, and 18, and that is possible today with the virtual database and with the Zia, and you can program Zia. And these requests, as I said, are only possible if you have a pre-integrated operating system, and you can teach Zia to respond to your own requests, and you can program Zia. So Sridhar was talking about programmable components. Now Zia itself is programmable. And we are introducing a Zia developer tool where you can make Zia programmable. So you can let Zia respond to your requests the way you want it. So in this case, if you have a revenue per employee, and there are multiple ways to ask the question. Feed information to Zia on different ways to ask that question, and Zia will automatically learn from each of those ways and then answer the question. How does Zia answer the question? Well, you can program that. You can say, you can write the code, the same custom function code that you're used to writing, and pull the information, in this case, from books, maybe pull the information from the employee count from people, and then calculate the revenue per employee. And you have a test environment on the right. You can say, hey, what's the revenue per employee? And Zia will do the calculation and respond at the back. And if you look at the other question, what's the trend for revenue per employee? Zia has the capability to push charts as well. And the beauty here is, once you do the program, you don't have to do anything special for voice interface. Zia will recognize the voice, and you can say, hey, what's my revenue per employee? And in this case, if you're doing it from your phone, Zia will automatically push that chart to your phone as a message. So as a developer, you can customize these individual applications, individual Zoho applications. You can extend them, you can integrate them, but you can also extend and integrate the entire operating system. And with a virtual database, it provides a high-level overview, and you can program the entire operating system and extend each and every component. And as a developer, that provides a great platform, because all of it is the same technology. The deluge you learned 10 years back is the same deluge that is used now across 40 different applications, and probably the next set of applications that are about to come in the next few years too. And the longevity, as the Sridhar mentioned, the application that you developed in 2006 when iPhone didn't even exist, now you're able to download the iPhone app for the same application now and deploy it on your iPhone is longevity. And now you have a lot of these options available. And this provides a great opportunity. And that is where the operating system itself is evolving as a platform with individual components extendable. And that obviously means the operating system one is becoming popular, and we are adding millions of users every year. And then to complement a popular platform, we are adding several developer tools. So we are talking about various product-specific developer tools to customize CRM, desk, mail, projects, on and on and on. And of course, we have Creator, Flow, now the Zia developer tool, and many others. So this is the developer tools that we are offering for developers so that you can extend, integrate individual applications. And of course, if you want to sell your applications, we also are offering the marketplace where you can start pricing your applications, your extensions, your add-ons, and sell it in the marketplace. And that is basically what we are doing and where we are going with the developer thing. Thank you.